What is going on, guys? My name is cosmovsgoku, and this is still not TwstdFlaemes. This is
impolitebi, your wife. I would hope you would remember.
And we are here with episode 2, episode commentary for Digimon Adventure Full Arc Abridged, the Continent of Server Abridged. This is the episode where everyone fights Edamon, and by everyone, I mean Tai.
It's always just Tai.
It's always just Tai. Fucking Tai. Whenever...
Well, to be fair, we did take away everyone else's spotlight episodes.
Whenever Tai's not on the screen doing something, someone should always be asking,
where's Tai?
There we go. This episode released 1 year exactly after episode 1 released. This released on the 1st of August 2021 originally. I'm not going to remember when the other episodes released, but this one I do know released then. And it was because of the post-credit scene for this episode.
What was that again?
Guess we'll find out.
Dear viewer, you would know more than I would because you would have just watched the episode.
Absolutely. So, before we jump in, do you have any thoughts or anything?
No thoughts, head empty, let's go?
Sure. All right, episode 2, the Continent of Server Abridged.
Oh, I remember this.
The following is not for profit fan-based parody.
So for this episode, we actually did fix where the quotation mark ended for Digimon Digital Monsters, which we spoke to last episode.
Yeah, you said it was a spelling mistake. It was a grammatical mistake.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Matt's doing the intro. Well, Bane as Matt.
Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to very distant lands.
I think this was a pitch by TwstdFlaemes.
It was definitely not in the script.
It was, actually.
Really?
Yep.
In the script?
It was in the script.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
And yeah, 90% sure it was a pitch by TwstdFlaemes.
Well, it wasn't a pitch by me because I've not watched all of Adventure Time. I've seen chunks of it. You've definitely not.
Nope.
So the only person who could have been would have been TwstdFlaemes.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah, good job, Joe. Woo!
And
I'm
Gomamon.
allergic to public speaking. I didn't realize I was singing aloud.
Gomamon.
Sure was lucky that
Friend
Digimon
shame.
here had all the tags with him.
Okay, so there, that tie line had been pitched down digitally.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, because I don't know why. What probably happened is that NPC recorded the line too high pitched for Tai, and then we tried to fix it in post and fucked it up.
Yeah, that is one of the lessons you learn. It's either you can't fix it in post, get it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just get it again.
How did we get on his back, though? We had a raft, and he's a fish.
Great question. So with Waymon was originally scripted and envisioned to be very much like Waymon is in the dub. And we pitched for another actor to play Waymon, and that particular actor just never recorded for Waymon, no matter how much we asked. And so we had the idea, I don't know where the idea came for ShyGhost to play Waymon. ShyGhost plays Waymon by speaking whale from Finding Nemo and Finding Dory.
And it grates my nerves.
Yeah, but it's funny though.
Oh, it's funny. But boy, does it grate my nerves.
Help you, help him save the digital world.
I think it's slightly pushed down. It's now rather.
Yeah, this sounds a little too deep to be ShyGhost's pitch down,
Yep.
like manually. Digimon.
Man, I'm so glad my tag already had my crest in it. This is going to save so much time.
I think that was slightly pitched down too, actually.
Yeah, that also doesn't sound like NPC.
Just a fraction too low. I think we were still dealing with lockdowns a lot at the time when this episode was being recorded. So
that would explain why they weren't having people come in to fix their...
yeah.
I want to say fuck-ups, but I know it's not fuck-ups.
Oh, no. I will call a spade. NPC, you fucked up.
Oh, no, I was blaming you and calling what you did the fuck-up because you were the director. There is no such thing as a bad actor, only bad directors.
So, moving along from my wife bullying me, what we did really interestingly there was we skip over the Digimon thing where they go and get the tags, and we set up that they've already got their crests. So basically, we're skipping a fuck ton of time just so we can get through to battle Edamon and to get to start getting to ultimates by the end of the episode. And yeah, it just saved a huge amount of time. A lot of this episode as well, we have told before, back in the FMA days, and I'll speak to that when we get to it a little bit later, but it's almost written word for word to what we had back then because I can't think of an original line of dialogue.
You said it, not me.
That's what we needed. Another way to inflate Ty's ego. Thanks.
Matt talking about Ty or me?
Huh? Do you guys smell that?
Joe, gross!
That smells like Pokemon.
I think a lot of this scene was improvised. I don't remember this being in the script.
Oh, hello, Dad. So nice to
Oh,
meet
look at the Kawagamons.
you. It is Kawagamon, and I'm an isekai guide for you young travelers.
It's an exciting new world. And we do write it to be the same Wagamon.
What's he doing on server?
That's right, I remember now. He threw me off a cliff.
Originally there was this whole line of Izzy being like, well, he's a bug, so it's, you can probably infer he probably flew over and stuff like that. It's like, no, just get to it.
Get to the point.
Because
You don't need to expose it. He has wings. He is a bug. He can fly.
we have so much to get through in this episode. Like, we're about to introduce Piximon, and we're just straight through. And honestly, if Piximon didn't come back, I'm not in episode 4. I'm not sure we'd even have included Piximon, to be honest.
Probably not. Unless you're drastically necessary, you are getting cut.
Like Pumpkinmon and Gotsumon.
Yeah.
Love that. I think that episode is really, really special, but we do cut it. Spoilers. And had we done that episode, Gotsumon and Pumpkinmon would have been played by Bane and Omega.
Yes, that makes sense. Sorry if you're fans of those two Digimon or actors. Sadly, they just didn't make the cut for the run.
My cabin.
Oh, look, it's very
So, my cabin. Can you please ask Flames if he wants to talk about Piximon and where Piximon came from?
I'll be right back.
In the middle of something.
I asked.
Piximon is...
Hey, let me read this.
Piximon is literally a reference to Pokemon Bridged Samurai, who spends the entire episode just going, my cabin! And that was an homage to that. That is entirely what it is. That's all it was. Stupid reference. And because Piximon's voice actually does sound like that character.
Yeah.
That's the entire purpose.
Yeah. And that's where Piximon came from.
Yeah. Cool. Can I go back to my game?
Yes, you can.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And that concludes TwstdFlaemes. Cameo. Cameo.
Floss. We were saved by Fairy Floss with a spear. Oh my god, are you a dentist?
I'm not a dentist. I'm
Probably make a
Piximon.
Furby reference here now, actually.
To dentists.
Wow, that explains all your cavities.
Come with me to my cabin. You'll be safe there. Moon, prism, power.
I can't be the only
Is that the reason why we have the Pokemon, like the Japanese Pokemon opening theme there?
Yeah.
I never knew why it was there. I didn't know. No one tells me shit.
We just told you.
Oh, yeah. A couple of years after it was done. Who else but Cosmo? Giggity.
Sorry, Mimi. We can all see this. Oh my god, a talking plant! Note to self. If we ever get home, check Mimi into rehab.
Behold, chosen
That
children,
vision doesn't
mine.
work with that line, that line delivery, but it's the only vision in there we had of Sora. So we had to use it, and I don't like it.
I mean, we could have cut the line, but
Yep, yep.
That's no small cabin. That's a space station.
You dare insult my cabin. Get out. Shoo. Scram. Get out of here, you rascals. Yep, yep. What an interesting guy.
I hope we get to see him again one day.
Hello, humans.
Yeah.
an interesting guy.
Guy!
Bath, because I'm dying for a bath.
Yes, coming back.
So the way that we did the Pokemon and made it seem like a crowd is we did the same thing with Pokemon as we do with Shadow Clones.
Hey, you think if we follow, we'll be able to see me naked?
I'm not going to allow you to do that, you grade A pervert. Hey, look.
This was a scene we thought of well early. An homage to Psycho.
You're all as
I love that the color immediately comes back when Sora shuts the curtains. She's like, nah, color, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Man, go chop some wood and eat some steak, you Neanderthals.
Is the food up to your human standards?
It, like our writer, is plenty salty.
That was an improv by Bane.
Gabumon. This architecture
I think this is the first time Agumon talks to another Digimon friendly like.
Huh. He does start a lot of fights.
But he also mostly talks to Tai. I think this is the first time he actually talks to another Digimon in a friendly manner.
Oh dear.
What's the Digimon equivalent of the Bechtel test? Digi-Bechtel test? Can we joke about that?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
I don't think you can joke about it.
I see that. Yeah, okay. Just
Oremon Village.
Oh, Paimon, Digivolve too! Yeah, you Digivolve!
It's Digibone!
This food is delicious, Pagumon.
What's your secret
ingredient?
Pause. That joke makes no sense. This is all fruits and vegetables.
Mimi's favorite.
So, fruits and vegetables.
I'm on right now.
That's a sausage. Oh, that's a shit. Hang on. That is sausage. Sausage right there.
Are you sure there's a sausage?
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Also, it strikes me that we could put other things on the plate now, like hide other things in the mix of,
Like a devil fruit?
or a piece of Koromon.
Yeah. To sell the joke
Yeah. Oh well.
visually.
It's amazing how far we've come as creators since this was produced.
Yeah. 3 years later, and suddenly it's like, I could have done that. Why did
Yeah.
I do that?
You guys will see it when you guys see the episode 1 commentary for Shippuden. But there's a major continuity error in the Shippuden anime, and I realized that how easily we could fix it now. But back then, when that episode was being produced, you won't see that commentary for a while. How easily we could fix it now, and it bothers me that we couldn't do that.
Yep.
Well, when in Rome, dig in.
And I love how they just
The
Oh,
DigiDestined are here
secret
on
ingredient is
standby.
Koromon. Guess we better dig in.
Immediately, my king. We have an emergency.
I'm going to talk about. Actually, I'm going to let's play a little bit longer, and then we'll fuck with plots.
There we go.
There we go. I want to talk about the casting of Edamon. So originally, the original idea was that everyone who was part of the original FMA journey, through Digimon Adventure would reprise their roles wherever possible. And that included me as Edamon, but I didn't like my Edamon voice. I did it. And when we get to FMA, you guys will see it. And so I started this journey,
Ian.
of trying to recast Edamon. And I spoke to TwstdFlaemes, I spoke to Bane, I spoke to everyone. And I got to a point, I'm like, is there anybody else I can... Christopher Dowling. And so I sent him a message, and I'm like, would you be interested in playing Edamon? And he sent back a voice memo in Edamon's voice. I thought you'd never ask. I'm the perfect choice to play Edamon. Whoa, that was not my Edamon voice either. I'm just pantomiming. And so yeah, from there, like it was, Chris Dowling was cast as Edamon. There, I remember I was walking down our back steps. I was walking along the garden path to the fire pit. But I got that message. Clear as day. And yeah, he gives an absolutely terrific performance as Edamon. And I'm really, really happy with it. And it gave so much improv as well. And it really improved the writing of the character.
He was one of the few that got away with improving early.
What's all this noise about, you flake?
Like everyone else had to stick exactly to the script.
Look,
There was a lot of growth that happened.
Yeah, and look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that didn't. This started being produced around the same time we started getting through the first half of Naruto Part 1, which is when a lot of that growth started to be reflected. And just to speak to Gazimon voice here, the Gazimon voice was originally very similar to, or based heavy inspiration in Kiba's voice, the voice I do for Kiba, because I play the Gazimon. And that's because they're a dog-like thing and a grey thing, like Kiba. And then it sort of became its own thing, became a little bit higher pitched, a little bit more gravelly. And that's where Garzimon's voice came from. A lot of the slang for Adamon is in the script, which was really, really interesting to go back and try and look at 50s slang and incorporate that into the writing. And it really helped Adamon stand out.
It's really weird to see an animated character that has 5 toes.
I can't unsee that now. I can't unsee it, and it bothers me immensely.
It's like, what the? He also has the 5 fingers. So it's like, there's not a lot of animated characters that are animal type characters that do the full set of fingers.
It's the DigiDestined, Your Highness. They're here on server.
Well, why didn't you say
That was an
so,
editing improv.
Editing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Edmond's blushing.
Love that.
Man, it's so hot.
That is the 14th
That is the sound
time
of shifting
complained about
sandland
it
from
in
Super
the
Mario
last
64 in the
5
background.
minutes.
Man, it's so hot.
You know what? I fucking hate you.
How about I digivolve to Togemon and provide you with enough shade until sundown?
So we had to. It wrote itself. And I think that's from the Kokotorimon episode, that particular shot of Togemon. I distinctly remember when we recorded pickups for this episode, because when ShyGhost did she put the funniest face to get it out. And she got so mad at me about it. And yeah, Togemon doesn't have much to do ever. So it was fun to be able to include her there.
Yeah.
Want any sunscreen? That's silly. Your skin will get dry and flaky.
I think all of this vision is actually from the Kokotorimon episode.
Oh, how about we snort cocaine off of Matt's harmonica instead? What? It's not a euphemism. He actually plays the harmonica.
Hey, my mom says it's cool.
Sure. Oh, look, the Coliseum.
My mom says I'm cool.
Matt is such a... Am I showing my age by saying that Matt is such a fucking tryhard?
I mean, a little, but...
And that haircut is so square. And not in the sense that he's a square, but Square Enix.
Yeah, that was Enix.
That's what I said, Square Enix.
You said Enix.
No, I didn't.
Through the powers of editing, you didn't.
But Square Enix.
Yeah, that was...
Please don't bully me. But this scene here, moving forward, like, it's the Coliseum. All of this stuff here was pretty much ripped word for word from when we did Digimon before in the FMED days. There's some slight differences, of course, here and there.
It's like a very obvious change in the dialogue for one specific sentence. Do you want me to point it out when it happens?
Oh, is that Mount Vesuvius?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you... Please speak to that when we get to it.
Coliseum? It's a place in Rome.
And you know what they say, when in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Get burnt to a fiery crisp in the eruption of Mount Vesuvius?
No, play soccer.
Right there. In the original version of that, you wrote and directed Burned to a Fiery Crisp at the Hands of Pompeii.
Yeah.
Like, no, Pompeii's the place.
In fact, I'm going to quickly throw that out right now.
Get burnt to a fiery death at the hands of Pompeii.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oopsie. See,
And then, yeah, now time to talk about soccer.
the kind we're nothing about.
It's a game played in our world.
But you're very good at
Ball
acting.
Into the goal using only our feet.
So he goes uncredited there, but Omega was playing the other soccer players there. When I was looking for the soccer ball sound effects, I did send it to MPC, and I'm like, because he plays football. I'm like, can you please confirm the legitimacy of this? And he's like, yes, that sounds right. I'm like, thank you.
Oh, it's football then?
We call it soccer to appease the Americans.
Ever since Hiroshima, I've been allergic to Americans.
What happens if we all get in this net thing over here?
Why did they all get in the net?
There was a reason in the original, but now they just did it for fun.
He's the Digi King of
Digi-Rock and Digi-Roll.
I heard that the human world had an Edamon impersonator named Elvis, but I never expected my might.
I love how we do this switch here with the reference to Elvis and Edamon.
Conversation, a little more killing DigiDestined breath, please.
Another Greymon? How can there be two of the same Digimon?
Pause. Ty is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
He just came from a
I'm sure he did.
from a Pokemon village where there were multiple of the exact same Digimons.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a hangover from when we originally did this scene, or no, we drafted the script. It doesn't make any sense, and it bothers me to this day. And every time I go through this, I'm always hoping no one notices that continuity error. So thank you for bringing it to everyone's attention.
You're welcome. Ty is a moron. End of story.
A Mormon, but I'm from Earth.
Sure thing.
Bringing this back. Thank you, the reboot, for this beautiful evolution bank.
Oh.
Oh, and TwstdFlaemes plays the other Greymon. Plays Edamon's Greymon. Who in the script was referred to in error as Red Greymon. Zapper jokes are always funny.
They will always be a weird.
And Tentamon is referring to the other attacks of Carboterimon, Mega Carboterimon, and Hercules Carboterimon here.
How about you rest?
Oh, no, sorry, only after Mega, because we are done it 3 times.
Just one question. Who's a Tentomon?
If we can't get through the net, we'll have to dig under it. Let's start digging. What do I look like, a Digimon?
Is now a good time to mention that
Why did Digimon lore
shouldn't be
references?
strong enough to dig through solid concrete slabs at our age?
Wait, how's my
Pit
jailhouse
trap.
rock empty?
Yep.
How'd they get over there?
I have
How the hell did they get over there?
Well, no. There was original reference there because that's in the original where Joe gets his crest of reliability. And we cut the reference because, frankly, it didn't need to be there because they've already got their crest by this point. Except for TK, but we actually draw attention to that plot hole.
to help him in any way I can. Sora, activate your rocket boots.
But I don't have.
This was added in post. This was not in the script.
This is a weird, hey, Impy, come here and record this for me.
This was, the reboot pissed me the fuck off in more than one way, including the fact that Sora had absolutely no agency as a character.
I traded them for having no personality in the reboot.
God, I knew the reboot was a bad idea. Did you at least have meaningful screen time in Kizuna?
I don't know what that means.
Damn it, this is all Kakashi's fault for being a clairvoyant character.
What just happened?
I haven't the foggiest idea.
That is, yeah. That Matt and TK, sorry, Matt and Izzy back and forth there is a reference to the fact that I have no idea what the fuck we wrote there.
I actually have no idea. Like,
Yeah.
Cool. What?
What do you call a four-legged blind creature you find in the Nara forest? No idea. Nova Flame a reference to Red Greymon.
You big orange bastard!
So here, when Ty runs out and gets Edamon's Greymon's attention, there was originally like this whole thing where Ty refers to, it makes reference to Digimon the movie. You know, I haven't got a whistle to wake you, but feel their power, feel their strength, and then Greymon wakes up and Digivolves to Skull Greymon. But we just couldn't make it work. And in terms of pacing, we just needed to keep going.
Yeah.
Mistakes have been made.
I feel like your breast is activated. I can Digimon!
I don't like that we're playing this moment as a happy moment. It's not happy. This is a bad thing that is happening.
It's a good thing.
No, it's not. Your choices are bad and you should feel bad.
I'm one of those choices.
They're my choices.
Oh,
I think
you're
your
out of my
choices.
choice. Okay. So that Greymon Digivolve 2, that shredded me right through here because I had to open up and then immediately reconstrict, like, Greymon! And then to go into Skull Greymon, which I did record separately, Skull Greymon completely wrecked my throat. That hurt. So thank you for...
A foolish choice.
Yes.
Once again.
Skull Greymon was not reprised by the voice actor who plays Skull Greymon in the FMA days, so I needed to play Skull Greymon here. and Skull, like it's right in here, and it's like where's my Greymon, Gara, and Danzo, and I think that's why it hurts.
Maybe you should stop doing it.
Yeah, I'm glad Skull Greymon never shows up again after this ever of all time. Never mind 02 where he does show up, and I voice in that too.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Nope.
There.
Shark on Dust is a reference to One Piece.
Nice virus-type Digimon.
Good virus-type Digimon.
Deadpool.
So originally we had like Garurumon fighting Skull Greymon and Bertramon, but we'd like now just skip straight to Tensamon, who had his reboot evolution back by now. Which was also in the last episode, but we could do it properly here. Upcoming is a line that you proposed for this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Leon. Digivolve too.
Are you okay? I'm sorry for dying.
I think all of Ty's lines in this episode have been digitally pitched down.
That would make a lot of sense.
Just a lot. I'm hearing a lot of these. I'm like, that's way too deep. So I don't know what the fuck we were doing.
Once again, lockdowns and all that, so it's possible that we couldn't get NPC back in the studio to re-record.
Yeah, but we could have just delayed the episode. No one would have faulted us for delaying the episode because of the global pandemic.
Cosmo, you seem to forget how strict you are with your own schedule, even during the pandemic.
We did very well, in fairness.
Yes.
I would like to have a nap one of these days. One of these days I will sleep. Look at me.
One day.
Look at me. I did.
One day you will sleep, and one day I will sleep in. It will be a lovely day.
Yeah.
But sadly, that's not anytime soon.
Today's not that day.
It's not that bad.
It's okay. I promise.
That scene was originally a little bit longer, but we just wanted to keep it nice and concise and at an emotional moment for Ty and Koromon. And then we realized that in the next scene, Koromon has just randomly digivolved Koromon as Koromon has randomly shut up.
Agumon to Agumon.
Yes, the Agumon with no context, and we always tried to provide at this point with Digimon. We always tried to provide necessary context for how something happened or something changed. Now with Digimon, if you've already seen the Digivolution earlier in the episode and that happens again later in the episode, we'll typically skip the evolution bank if needed. But it depends on the episode. That's sort of hard and fast rule either way.
Yeah, my only issue with the back and forth flipping with the Skull Greymon, if it's a bad thing or a good thing, is that Koromon apologizes, Ty says it's fine, and then he tells him to do it again.
Oh yeah, later in the episode.
It's like, Ty. Fucking hell.
I don't know. Ty doesn't. Greymon offers to do it.
Yeah, and then he berates him for him not being Skull Greymon.
Yeah.
That's not good.
But it was funny.
Sad. Yes, never let an emotional beat get in the way of a good funny.
DJ, your tag! It's glowing! That must mean your crest is nearby!
Where do you think it is? You don't suppose it's that?
It couldn't be. That's way too obvious.
So we needed to include this, even though it's a continuity error, which we are about to explain. We had to include it here because we needed a way to get them into the Sphinx.
Yeah.
And this was the only way we could do it with it kind of making sense.
Oh, wow!
I suppose we're going to cut it, but it wouldn't have been as good.
You didn't get that before?
Nope.
But Ty said...
Nope.
Forget that. Let's all go look in that very...
And that's all the explanation it's getting.
That's going to be
Well, that's all the explanation it needs.
I was about something. Let's go!
Huh? It happens to all of us.
We don't need to talk about how wrong I was about something.
Oh, you're saying that to me. So I'm going to really age this episode to where when this episode was in production and when we were recording this episode, because there's a reference to Alabaster in here.
Yeah.
Which I had only just started getting through at the time, and TwstdFlaemes pitched it to me. I was only just in Alabaster. I was only just getting to a Poneglyph for the first time. I'm now well and truly up to date in One Piece, and I have been for a long time.
I am not.
And then in the background is the music. I believe it's the music that played when Pell sacrificed himself. Because Oda can't let characters die.
What's that? Falling off the wagon.
Except for when he can.
That's not what he said. At all.
I love how much Izzy and Mimi go head to head.
Strange hieroglyphics. Like the Alabastan poneglyph.
And there it is.
Don't believe it. Have a look at this projection
Well,
of the digital world. It's so...
Izzy and Mimi go head to head a lot because he's not good with social cues and he's very smart, and she's terrible with social cues and kind of stupid.
We don't judge Mimi. Mimi is collectively everyone's favorite character in Digimon.
Oh yeah, she's just
like Naruto is everyone's favorite character in Naruto.
Oh, I'm not judging Mimi for being stupid. That's just the way she's written.
And it works very well because it's much better than the original intent. And I have reread the scripts recently for this, and oh boy, we could not have gotten away with some of that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we have absolutely, most definitely changed Mimi for the best. And I'm very, very glad that we did it.
Good.
My, please, try to keep up. And this is
Everyone's so off model in this episode.
It's so round.
Hey, look, I can see my house from up here.
Flat. It's not. It's not? No. What? Next you're gonna tell me global warming is real. Scientifically speaking, it is.
I wonder if we could have put anything on Izzy. I was just going to say TK on Izzy's laptop there.
Probably, but not at that point.
Not colder? Therefore, global warming is a myth. Mimi, I love you, but shut the fuck up.
That is not in the script. I'm pretty sure that was improvised in the booth with ShyGhost. Yeah, that,
which is always funny because it's ShyGhost speaking to ShyGhost.
Yeah. ShyGhost doesn't improvise as often as some other people do, but when she does, it's so fucking funny. And this is an example of that.
Nope, changing topics. Has anybody else noticed the giant goddamn pyramid outside?
Whoa, it's
I love it. That's just like, nah, I'm changing the topic.
Yeah.
Hey kid, do you want to see a pyramid?
You want to see a dead body?
No, I just thought he was like, brother, come on.
You want to see a little dead body? Talking about Angemon. Or Leomon.
Okay.
No, in this scene, in this particular mode, we cut it was a page-long monologue. Sorry, ShyGhost. Where Izzy started reenacting Cap's monologue from right before the time heist and Endgame. You know, we know our teams, we know our plan, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff, whatever it takes. And it just didn't work. Like, conceptually, it was really funny, for Izzy to say that. It just didn't work here at all. So I'm glad we cut it, because it allows us, again, to straight to the moment.
Yeah, because he's not a speech giver. He's an exposition machine.
Yeah. And one day, for context, at this point in time, we finished writing Tribe. We're in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start writing Kizuna, and then we'll write the beginning. And Izzy has a lot of long lines, and I'm really, really sitting here wondering how much of those will be trimmed down.
Hopefully not too many.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll lose a finger for each time I trim down an Izzy line.
So you'll have no fingers, no toes, and no head by the time the series is over.
I'll look like, what's his name? Walter Goggins in Fallout by the end. No nose, no hair, just... That'll be me. That'll be me by the time ShyGhost finishes with me. After cutting all those really long lines that Izzy has.
The night in Monty Python. Just but a scratch.
Yeah. I'm going to put a mock-up of that on. ShyGhost and I joke about this a lot. It's fine. All right, let's go.
We've been abducted by aliens. And look here.
Okay, so this is really, really hard to say because it's really quick. But this is the message from Datamon in the Digimon font. Help me, I am in the base pyramid. This is not a trap. Free me. I will reward you in cryptocurrency. Immediately given away. It's a trap.
Seems to be some kind of distress call.
There's a second one as well. That's a trap. I am so clever. Digimon is the best. Blah, blah, blah. What, blah, blah. Wait, you mean this is still translated? Shit, I hope I didn't read that bit. This is so quick, and I just want to draw attention to it because it's very, very funny.
Whoever is calling out to us for
Pause. Going back to Izzy's laptop for a second.
help by aliens. And look here.
Pause. What the heck are those programs? One is the mail.
One is TwstdFlaemes, DETA, and the other one says 100 PMVID. That's how I'm reading it. Or maybe it says David.
Who the frick is David? We haven't Davis, but Izzy would have known Davis yet.
Oh, I get it. So Izzy's name was his original birth name was David, and that's all his original birth documents. But when he was adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Izumi, they renamed him Koshiro.
Ew. Koshiro.
We keep referring to that, and no one's going to know what the hell we mean until well later this year. No, next year.
It's great.
There to be some kind of distress call emanating from the pyramid. We have to rescue whoever is calling out to us for help. Pull the
Oh, your base all belong to us.
What a nice
The Emperor's New Groove is fucking amazing.
Agreed.
The sand is crisp beneath my paws. Edamon hasn't deleted anyone yet.
We should have put someone on top of the pyramid looking down. I don't know who, but we should have put someone up there.
Oh, this is Alabaster.
Would never have thought to put Zora up there at that time.
Oh.
It's a beach volleyball. Rest in peace, Bill.
The entrance is right here.
Hey, where are all my chicks at? I need myself a peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwich on the double.
That sounds disgusting.
Thank you, Ty.
I know someone over here spoke. It's that shuck invisible Digimon again, isn't it?
This music playing right now is Edamon's Japanese character thing.
He's gone. Let's get to work.
Upcoming is one of my favorite jokes of all time.
Yep.
Hey, check this out. You can see right through this wall.
Cheese Pizza 13's Journeyman Abridged debut happened here. So for context, in the original dub, for one reason or another, Joshua Seth wasn't available to record this line, so they got Wendy Lee to record it, who sounds nothing like Joshua Seth as Ty. Admittedly, actually probably would have made a really good Ty. And with no disrespect to Joshua Seth, of course. And
you can see right through this wall.
And in the script, we wrote just for this line, no one calls attention to it. The cast don't think anything else of it. And it's just for the single line, just completely randomly. Ty is played by a different actor for this one line.
For no reason.
And when we were recording episode 3 with Cheese Pizza 13, I'm like, hey, do you want to come and also do this like really one-off thing? You'll get to debut an episode earlier. We won't tell anybody. You'll be uncredited, and she is uncredited in this episode. But yeah, this is officially her Journeyman Abridged debut. Before any appearances in Naruto, before any appearances, like this was 100% the first time she appeared for us. So yeah, celebrating that.
Praise be to Cheese Pizza. We bow before you. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
So fucking talented. So fucking talented.
I can't wait for more people to see her.
Yeah.
What was that?
What the fuck?
I think in the script it said because Ty is a child.
Honestly, it's just like Ty is a dickhead for no reason.
And the sound of going through the invisible wall, that was actually a slowed down, slightly edited sound of Captain America's shield being thrown from memory. So like, and it got this, really nice. Yeah, and playing these two guys in one, like, what was that for? I didn't kick you, I kicked you.
Stupid.
What was what for?
Yeah, what was that for? What was what for? It was really, really fun to do that back and forth. It's two completely different characters with the exact same voice.
Kicked me! I did not! Bullshit!
Oh.
The timing on Agumon hitting sells that for me.
Why did you do that?
I was just trying to help. You know? I'm
And now
gonna
Joe's
go
quoting
inspire one of
Gamora.
the biggest idiots in the
A
galaxy.
lot of MCU
Even
references in
before
this
my
episode.
allergies kill me.
Positivity! That's the spirit.
Fucking
Joe.
love Goemon.
Oh, look, an electric
Go
wall.
on. Always the optimist.
Always friend-shaped.
Go first.
No, you won't, Tentamon.
No, I won't, Tentoman.
Wait, Ty. If we die here, we'll die for real.
Those sound like the words of a quitter, Izzy. Let's go, Agumon.
Right.
Should have had some kind of distortion effect on his voice there, I think.
I found the prisoner. Let's go.
I remember you struggled with that from Sora.
Oh yeah, because you kept asking like a specific, and I kept giving you not what you were looking for, and you didn't give me any further direction other than grumble.
Some anime sounds are really, really hard to direct for.
They're hard to explain exactly what sort of sound you're looking for. You can go, this person when they did this is what they sound like. Try and replicate that. And it's like, okay, I can try to replicate that, but I will try my best.
It's
I fight for my friends.
I for my friends. Thank you. Ike. We like Ike. I shouldn't be doing that. That looks really, really bad. I was pumping my fist. That's not helping. I'm just gonna press play.
Hey, like, hey.
And the sounds and all the sound mix around Datamon is all based on the Daleks.
Darling.
Dr. Datamon, you're the prisoner of the pyramid?
Except the
Oh
walking.
man, he speaks nerd.
And I was really, really happy that we synced his light with his speech patterns. So I remember really, really struggling with whether or not we're going to do that and then being able to do it. I think this particular episode really puts Sora in her place, and she becomes a lot less preachy after this episode. When it starts coming down, like it peaks at times because old habits die hard, but this is really a hugely important episode for Sora. And I think episode 3 is a hugely important episode for Izzy, and episode 4 is a very, very huge episode for Matt. And then episode 0 is a huge episode for Kari, and episode 5 is a huge episode for no one. But yeah, I think it's really interesting that we're able to incorporate like characters getting big moments in these episodes and being the main character for an episode or have these big character arc moments.
So spotlight episodes.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Like Mimi's spotlight episode is first episode of Try.
Yes.
So I really can't wait for that to be recorded.
Insult processing. Insult.
The way we did the eyes, it's like the same way that we do
Oh, honey.
I'm so sorry.
the way that we
I
did the
didn't
eyes,
mean
same way that we do lap flaps.
Humans request free me. Please confirm.
Understood. Pull the
This episode has a lot of lines that have been cut from here or there. It's hard to be able to pinpoint exactly where, but this scene, for example, had a lot of stuff come down. Like there was an upright, the left, right, up, down, A, B, start, select joke in here. Konamiko, that's what I'm looking for. There was a Konamiko joke in here originally, but it had to be cut for time, and yeah.
If energy, which makes up the matter in any body, is equal to the square of the speed of light times the mass of that body.
I mean,
then
we could have
E
just
equals
done the
MC
Konami
squared.
code joke here instead of the E equals MC squared joke.
Not gonna lie, I didn't hear a word you said then.
I was saying that we could have done the Konami code joke there instead of the E equals MC squared joke there.
I really it was considered for me. I really wanted to have Izzy sound really smart.
Fair. Ah, so you split screened it.
Do you want to please share with the class why you're picking on me about splitting the screen?
Okay, so when you were editing I believe it was the first episode of Naruto, and you were having trouble with pacing, you're like, there's only so fast that it was the Kakashi versus Abazur fight on the water, and it was so frustrating because you're like, I want to keep this fight, but it's taking too long. There's only so fast I can speed this up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why don't you just split screen it? Show them it's happening simultaneously. And you went, and then you did, and it's like, yep. And now anytime we have things that are happening simultaneously, and it's like, this is taking too long, why don't we try a split screen? So don't be surprised if you see evolution banks in split screens.
Actually, I think that's the last one.
I don't think so. Pretty sure there's been like at least one other.
I can't think of it at the time. From memory, that's the last one, but I'm happy to be proven wrong.
I will remember that when you start complaining about episodes running long for Digimon. I'll be like, are there multiple Digimon digivolving? Split screen it.
Attack command vector initiated.
Dark Network!
Hey, Matt, Ty did something stupid again.
This was added in post as well. This was just complete editing fun. Hey, Matt, I did something stupid again.
Something stupid? How can you tell? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Matt, I don't want to alarm you, but I think the Sphinx is trying to eat us. Are you
The weird thing is that the first half of Mimi's line there sounds like Izzy.
I'm going back. I'm sorry. Where's my phone?
Network!
Hey, Matt, Ty did something stupid again.
Ty? Something stupid? How can you tell? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Matt, I don't want to alarm you, but I think the Sphinx is trying to eat us. Are you okay?
Yep. Sending that to ShyGhost. Makes me laugh every time.
Kidnap protocol.
The delivery there is just so funny.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for a jailhouse round.
I didn't like that we repeated that, but the earlier mention in the episode was a pickup. But that was the scripted line here.
Which ones?
Jailhouse Rock.
Yes.
So I don't like that we repeated the Elvis reference there. I think in a perfect world, we would have changed one of them.
Yeah.
But probably this one, actually. But, you know, it is what it is.
Hey, where am I?
It seems that you have awoken.
Let me go, you creep!
Not quite, my dear. You see, I have been instructed to create a digital copy of you, which is capable of wielding your Digivice and Christoph.
Love.
More importantly, what happened to your speech patterns?
I purchased Windows 98 from Apple in a Nintendo store to perfectly...
My uncle works at
imitate your
Nintendo.
human speech. Hail Hydra, before long, my pet, you will be
And that was the moment that you learned that Datamon is a bad guy.
for leaving me battered, bruised, and defeated.
Oh, it's horrible you were defeated by me. But call me your pet again, and I will hang you from your tendrils and feed you to Dragomon.
This is bullshit. How did you obtain the knowledge about the Dark Ocean?
I, too, have depression without resolution. Emo subplot.
Do you understand why it's without resolution?
Because well, one, the Dark Ocean really doesn't go anywhere for a long time. And she has depression.
Yeah.
She's not depressed currently. She has depression.
That's it.
She has it genetically.
Well, yes.
I mean, look at her mother.
Also, there's a line in there, and I'm not going to repeat it, but there's a line in there we really must merchandise at some point. You know the one. It's the hangover from FMA.
Oh, yes.
Greetings, Ty.
I don't like the gratuitous butt shot, but
is Japanese for sky.
You're a fake
I worked really hard on this.
Sora.
Negative.
You have too much personality to be real, Sora.
Affirmative.
Just kicking her while she's down. It's great.
Impossible. How could I have anticipated this turn of events?
And this tag, crest, and Digivice all belong to Sora.
Very
Yeah,
well
that
then.
sound edited down.
Yep.
Instead.
I'm gonna hold this again.
Can you imagine if it wasn't? And we're just being dickheads to NPC right now.
I mean,
And his voice was just off for this session. Because he typically records an episode of Ty per session. Like, he did one episode of Ty scripted, it would be one session. And then he'll come back a couple months later and do pickups. So typically for an episode, NPC will do 2 sessions. So imagine if he was just a bit unwell for this session and we're now bullying him.
oh, I mean, it just sounds like the audio has been pushed out. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and I blame you because you're the one that put it in my head that it was pushed down digitally. So
You're welcome.
what can I say?
Let's not get the mouse on our bad side. Why? Hang on, no. Let's not get on the bad side of the mouse. There we go. That's what I meant.
Yes, that makes more sense. What sort of threat are we? None.
For the rest of your life.
You're the one that nearly got me fridged in the first place. Pass me my Digivice.
Oh no.
Originally, Saurus can be like, feel my Digivolve, but it works better just grab Digivolve. Bertramon's Digivolution sequence in the reboot is shit.
That's too bad. Your apple butter.
That's Sora from the Digimon from the Shipping and Fillers.
I'm about to go ape. Oh.
Rest well, my pet. I am going to have you pulled into your own dark network. I never saw.
What the hell? Whoa.
What was he going to say there? I never saw Rome. Was that the line?
I think it was originally going to be I never saw Paris.
Paris is a roll off the tongue, though. It must have been Rome. I think it was Rome to link him with Colosseum.
Possibly.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And now a fourth Ragnarok reference.
Damage is not too bad. As long as the foundations are still strong, we can rebuild this place. It will become a haven for all humans and Digimon of the multiverse. Those foundations are gone. Sorry.
Oh, great. Now he's gone from thinking he's Elvis to thinking he's
Really interesting we're using One-Winged Angel here, considering what's coming later.
Like that, he can be my Final Fantasy.
Mimi gets really worked up around every Digimon villain. And it wasn't a conscious choice, at least in season 1. Like, it's not a conscious choice in season 1. It doesn't happen in season 2. And I don't know where it came. It just kept happening.
Well, I hate to put it this way, but this is sort of the same attitude that Sakura has. So I'm blaming ShyGhost.
In the best possible way.
The best possible way. It's just,
Like,
I could ride him. It's like, excuse me?
I mean, look, we do make that joke in Shippuden. Yeah, we're spoiling jokes for Shippuden now.
Let's get him, Greymon.
Why not anyone else?
I love this call out. Love this call out.
TK and Angemon, or Joe and Akakumon. Why does it have to be you when those DigiDestined also have their crests?
Angemon is still a Tokumon. Joe is allergic to developing his own character beyond allergies, and Sora just suffered kidnap trauma.
Aw, that's sweet, Ty.
Plus, she has a stupid hat.
Fuck you, Ty.
How about you get a taste of the Dark Network?
I love it.
Here we go, Chinchin. So do I.
Digivolve to Skull Greymon again and own his ass!
And I'm like, we tease it gonna happen. And then... What does it happen? Yeah, there it is. I love the bait and switch there. And I love the dragging out of the two. You sounded impressed then.
Yeah, no, I love the evolution making it bites out of the grid.
Yeah.
I love that. It feels
Digimon.
yeah. It feels Digimon. One of the early things that the reboot did right with the Digivolution banks, and what's the Digimon that he turns into that isn't this one? Can't remember.
I have no idea what you're talking.
Both went, oh my god, when we watched it.
Oh, when Metal Greymon digivolved to Machine Dramon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is one of the only things they did right.
Yeah. That was very badass.
It was like unexpected. I was expecting Metal Greymon, to be honest.
I mean, do you mean War Greymon?
War Greymon.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I'm not happy that you're turning into War Greymon so early, but that's where we're going. Oh my god.
Yeah, we have a lot of issues with the reboot, and one day we will address them publicly on this channel. So be sure to subscribe for us to go and have commentary about the reboot.
Subscribe for opinions.
That's not Skull Greymon, you moron!
I'm sorry, Ty.
This was also lifted from where we previously did Digimon as well, actually.
And your incessant attempts to stop me make me want to shoot a TV while I'm on the toilet.
Simpsons reference.
Also, how Elvis died.
I didn't shoot a television while I was on my playlist.
My research at the time, because I questioned it myself, my research at the time told me a different story.
I just thought it was a sandwich.
The point is, that was an improvised line. Yes, it was in The Simpsons. That was an improvised line by Chris Dowling for Edamon. And it worked really well. And I think it's actually Edamon's last actual proper line before episode 4.
We'll see about that. Nipple missile.
So nipple missile is what we called it last time.
On this thing.
But I was hesitant. Like it was. I did originally record Giga Blaster.
Nipple missile's funnier.
Yeah, but I was trying to get away from the immaturity of that line.
But like some immaturity is fine. It's funny.
Yeah, well, that's what and ShyGhost said. No, do that. It's very funny. I'm like, okay.
For some reason, the word nipple is just very funny.
Nipple. See, especially when a giant orange dinosaur who thinks he's grey says it.
Where am I? These people, the sounds, the smells.
What is this place?
We're home, in my world. Shit.
Yeah, we got it.
Kind of a little spoiler there if you've paused too long on my credit.
But intentional. Much like every time we do it with Naruto. If a character is in the credits and you haven't seen them, keep watching. Because there's a post-credit scene where that character is going to be in there. So yeah, we're about to meet Kari Kamiya for the first time. Now, what's that about? Guess we'll find out.
Hello? Anyone home?
You live here? It's kind of a dump.
You shut your whore mouth!
You live here? It's kind of a dump.
Isn't that essentially what other one says in Try? Or the beginning?
No, to being in Kisuna when he gets to Ty's apartment just before he finds the porn magazines.
You live here?
Oh, you've redecorated. I don't like it.
Bitch, you live like this?
Yeah, you shut your whole mouth. I just saw that image of Ty, that still frame, and I'm like, he's so saying that here. So yeah, that was grabbed as a pickup. I just realized that says Croft, not Craft.
Yeah. Then that says Coca-Cola.
Mm. Doing that as Koromon was quite difficult because Koromon talks like this, right? So it's got it was very difficult. Very difficult.
What is it?
August 1st, 1999? How is that possible?
And that is why we released this episode 1 year after episode 1 of Digimon. Because of this. That's seriously the only reason.
It's the day I left for Camp Campbell. I don't know.
Which is a Camp joke. Camp reference. Which we would have had last episode, I think. Yeah, absolutely a contribution by TwstdFlaemes.
I don't know either.
What? Huh? Hikari? What are you doing here?
I live here, Tai-Chi. Also, it's weird we still share a bunk bed. Hi, Koromon.
I love the look of this episode in the original. It is so gorgeous. Get a frame of me. There we go.
Yes. No, let's go back to everyone's favorite character.
Okay, all right. I'll go back to Naruto.
Yeah, I love that.
Hi, Koromon.
Hi, Tai sister.
Hi, Tai sister.
Everyone just says hi, Kari.
So
They're only like what, 2 years apart in age or so?
something like that. Can't remember.
So it's not that weird that they still share a bunk bed.
Hi, Kari. Hi, Kari Tai.
He's 15 and she's 13. That's when it's weird, but it's not weird.
I want to talk about this shot because I hate this shot so much. And not just because the Ferris wheel doesn't exist anymore. How we got Naruto and Sasuke on the television. I do it so differently now, and it'd be so simple to do it now. But I did it the most complex way imaginable.
As you usually do when you're doing something for the first time.
I exported this single frame as a JPEG, so it screwed up the aspect ratio, took it into Photoshop, painted over what was on the television with a green screen, and you can kind of see it over here where it's been keyed out. It's not very clean. Imported the back, reframed it to the percentage pixel aspect ratio, and then keyed it out. Instead of what should have been done at the time, in just crop out what was on there in Premiere Pro, put it in there, and then put a filter over it to make sure it looked like it was actually on the television.
Instead of it being on the television.
Yeah, it's if I had done it that way instead, from an editing perspective, it would have sold the illusion a lot stronger rather than what's there now, and it bothers me. But this framing is also completely identical to season 2 of The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya's Endless 8, when they're watching baseball. So that was actually an original idea to put on the television here. We also, at one point, and I won't name names, at one point we actually reached out to a content creator and said, hey, would you be interested in collaborating at all about on this particular episode? Like, we'd love to feature some of your content as being watched by characters on the TV, and in exchange, like, we'll do something for you or pay for you, or, we'll do some kind of thing. And without going into details, let's just say that didn't happen. And
that sort of stuff happened,
which is okay. But it was quite disheartening. It was the first time we'd ever reached out to somebody and asked for a collab, and to get and for how things played out, it wasn't ideal. But that's, it is what it is, and that led us to think a little bit more outside the box, and we got to this where they're watching Naruto Full Arc Abridged, which then comes up next episode,
which we can plug for our own stuff.
Yeah, and it's, of course, like this incredible moment.
Do you know me? We met once before. Taichi, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since breakfast.
What's up with his hand?
I don't know.
We don't know where you went, but we need you. Sora's disappeared.
By the way, because Tai is our main character, that's why we follow Tai into the real world here. We don't spend time with Vedamon or Demidevamon or Digitamamon or anything that's happening in the digital world. We stay completely with Tai, so our audience, learns what's happening at the same time as Tai. And then we can touch base with the characters next episode and learn a little bit more about what's going on, but we don't spend time with them because they're not our focal character.
At least not for this episode.
Well, even there, like, Ty's the main character of Digimon. Like, there's no other way to look at it, or at least a Digimon Adventure as a timeline. So we need to spend time with Tai. We need to stay focused on Tai. And if we'd spent time with the Vedamon episode, with Demidevamon, with Digitamamon, with Sora running around, with Matt going on the paddle, or, I'm missing a character.
TK?
No, he's with Demidevamon and the Poison Mushroom at the amusement park. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Joe?
Like, Joe's already at the diner. Mimi, that's who I'm thinking of. If we'd spent all this time, all that other time dealing with that, then it takes focus off of this and makes this scene far less interesting as a result.
Yeah.
Storytelling. But we do touch in with Mimi here.
Matt and Joe have been working in a diner where Garurumon digivolved. TK played at an amusement park with a bowling ball with wings. Kabuterimon digivolved, and I got abducted by aliens. I was right, Ty. Aliens.
What about me?
The ultimate payoff.
It's a meme!
Who's the me?
Be quiet, Hikari. The DigiDestined are talking.
I'm a DigiDestined.
I just realized she's eating watermelon.
Oh, really?
Like,
it was summer.
For the longest time, I thought she was like holding something you'd edited in, because it just looks completely different color scheme wise.
Yeah.
Kiss that. It's watermelon.
Well, Ty, she sobered up and became a princess. I'll show you. The coke never bothered me anyway.
I do have a full-length recording of that. Probably will never release it, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fuck with the mouse.
Digital world. My friends need me. Don't say I'm too late. I love you.
So all of this stuff with, like, the way that Tai talks to his little sister, and we spoke to this last episode. My perpetual direction for NPC, whenever he's playing Tai talking to Kari, envision you're talking to your little sister, and it absolutely informs his performative choices and makes his acting choices all the more stronger for it.
Yeah.
And the same for Omega with, same for Bane when he's playing Matt. I get into a vision that he's talking to Omega. When Omega is talking as TK, he's talking to Matt in 02, same thing. And less so for ShyGhost as TK, as little TK talking to her big brother, Pythonixx.
But I need my brother.
Love that delivery. Amazing work.
Only child in the house.
Hey, wait a minute.
This isn't my swamp.
Koromon, Digivolve!
Yeah, ideally, we wouldn't have done the Digivolution earlier for Koromon to Agumon because we would have saved it from here.
Yeah.
And here comes a Skypea reference.
Koromon, Digivolve! Agumon! Off to Scarpia!
With the knock-up stream.
Chosen. Farewell, my friend.
And that's a reference to the LGMs from Toy Story.
This is just like the end of Kizuna.
Spoilers for Kizuna.
Take me with you. Don't you want to play horsey with me anymore?
Every time that line is written, you kill it. Well done.
Promise. Stay safe, Hikari, and don't touch my stuff.
Such big brother energy. And there we go. Oops, I'm pressing the wrong screen.
Yes, you are.
There we go. Episode 2 of Digimon Full Arc Abridged. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Man, I love that episode.
Oh, I'm glad.
I do. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think the episode itself has a really, really strong identity, and it knows. I think that's one thing we do really, really well with Digimon is each episode has a really, really distinct, because Digimon doesn't have structured arcs in the same way that Shonen, like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach,
Because
Dragon Ball have. Exactly. FMA has the same problem. It's hard to
define.
Thank you. Define precise arcs in the traditional sense. So finding those breaks in the arcs can be really difficult at times. And I think with Digimon, because we have such a strong foundational understanding of the series that we've been watching at this point for 24 years, particularly this part of the series, we know exactly what we want each arc to be, how we want each arc to be represented, and how we want to tell each part of the story, which allows us to get through everything in the way that we do.
Yeah. Because, this part of Digimon was played almost ad nauseum. Yay, Cheese TV!
Yeah, well, the first episode of, I was saying this before, first episode of Digimon Adventure I ever watched was in 2000, and it was the episode with Skull Greymon. That was my introduction to Digimon Adventure. I've been hooked ever since. I love this franchise, and be able to play in the sandbox is so much fun. So yeah, I didn't have anything else to add. Did you want to say anything more about this episode?
No, it's a great episode. Obviously, there are like little bits here and there that are my own personal nitpicks, which I've brought up to you. But other than that, I love this episode. It's lots of fun. It ends on a good emotional beat. I feel like post-credits sequence maybe takes...
It's 5 minutes long. It's 5 minutes. It's about 5 minutes long from the start. Sorry, I just stepped on your foot. I'm sorry.
Oh.
From the start of the credits, from there to the end is 5 minutes in the video's runtime.
It feels really long.
Originally, that scene was like, shit, blackout, open the door. And it didn't work at all. Like, it was going to end. So we had to move the credits. The alternative was to move that scene to the start of episode 3, but it took away the focus. It didn't work to start episode 3 by having Tai go back to the digital world, to meet with Kari, go back into the digital world, reunite with everyone, come back to the real world, and then go back to the digital world again. It was too much.
Oh yeah, no, I get.
So it had to become post-credit scene, and there was no real way we could really cut it down without undermining any of the setup we had to do to make episode 3 work. This is the level of thought we put into this.
It's like we have to weigh up story, runtime, story, runtime.
Don't talk to me about runtime. I'll cry. Alrighty, so I don't have anything else to add. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope. More of it.
We will be back next month with episode 3, the Battle of Odaiba Day Abridged. which is the Myotis Monarch and the first appearance of Gardevoir. So until then, have fun and we'll see you next time. See ya. Bye.